So we're going to do some breath work. Welcome to your practice today. And I would like you to try and find something that you can lie on. So a little cushion, a bolster, even a rolled up blanket or a wrap or a rolled up jumper, anything. We're going to put that enough space so that you can pop your head entirely over the back of it, because we want this just under our upper chest. So we're going to lie back, and you can either lie back if you've got any tightness in your hips and you want to, you just feel drawn towards doing that. Keep your legs crossed and lie back. If you're very flexible in your hips and your knees, you can come into lotus or half lotus and then lie back using your elbows to gently bring yourself back, or stretch your legs out or bend your knees. So come to lying down and then figure out what's going to work best for you. And it might be that you don't have your legs crossed, but you bring your soles of your feet together so you're in Baddha Konasana, but do what works for you. This cushion is going to be just under your rib cage, so that when you drop your head back, there's a release in the back of your neck. The back of your head is on the floor, and you can open up your arms. So taking your arms up towards the ceiling and then opening them out to the side, bringing your arms down, and then allowing your arms to fall wherever they're comfortable. So legs are either soles of the feet together, bent knees, or straight legs. I would have a little play and see what works best for you. And the same with that cushion. We're looking to get a really lovely space, not a stretch, but just a space between your chin, your sternum, and your pelvis. So we've got that little bit of a lift in the chest. Adjust, move, and find that space that is comfortable. And you may get to this and think, oh, actually, what I've got underneath me is too high up, or it's not high up enough. So have an adjust and a play. And when you're ready, when you feel settled, close your eyes. And relax your feet and your legs. Relax your arms. And think about softening, connecting with the ground, and lengthening across the front of your body. So 2 things we're going to do consistently throughout our practice today. And yes, of course, our minds will wander to the last thing that we did, the next thing that we're going to do, the thing that happened yesterday, the thing that might happen tomorrow. But I invite you to try and see your thoughts as butterflies or birds. And gently, as they start to take off and flitter around, bring them back. Bring them back by using your breath, your focus, breathing in and out, taking focus to your breath, and using your muscles. So when you are in any asana today, I invite you to cast around, paying attention to the rest of your body and seeing which muscles you can relax. So let's take a deep breath here. We're going to inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through your nostrils, noticing if you have any areas of discomfort. Now, sometimes the lower back can feel a little bit odd in this position, in which case you're very welcome to bend your knees, taking your feet flat to the floor, rounding out your lower back. If you're comfortable where you are, stay where you are. So inhaling and exhaling, keeping that going deeply, slowly. Inhaling through your nostrils. And as you inhale, feeling your sternum moving up towards the ceiling, feeling your rib cage expanding, space between each of your ribs, intercostal muscles having a little bit of a stretch and a tone. And as you exhale, everything's softening and letting go. So it's a very gentle, slow exhale. Exhale fully if you can, taking every last bit of breath out of the body. And inhale fully, taking your breath into as much of you as you can, whether that's taking your breath down towards your toes and your fingertips in your imagination, whether it's feeling your diaphragm moving to its most extreme point. It's breathing into your back, up under your collarbones. It's deep but soft, not forced. We're inviting that breath in, and then we're asking it to leave, leaving the body empty. So keeping that rhythm of breath in and breath out at your own pace. Now bringing your knees up towards the ceiling, feet flat to the floor, and taking your hands directly in front of you so your fingertips are up towards the ceiling. Now eyes open or closed, whatever works for you. And we're going to move your arms, or you're going to move your arms. We're going to move together with the breath. So as we inhale, we're going to take the arms back, a little bit more space into that chest. And then as you get to the bottom of the breath, as your hands touch the floor, start thinking about a little bit of a pause before exhaling and bringing your arms all the way back up to the ceiling. So inhaling down, small pause, exhaling up. I went too fast then. Make it go as slow as you can, inhaling. So the arm movement is very slow. Mirroring the breath. And then as you exhale, arms all the way up. So with the inhale and the exhale, moving your arms, keep going with that. Think about being slow and intentional with each breath. Notice where the range of movement feels satisfyingly good. Notice where it feels like you would like it to be a little different. Notice what that might be. You might not have that feeling at all. Keeping that breath going. One more. Let's do one more round together. And try to soften all the other muscles. Relax your pelvis, relax your belly. Bringing your hands now all the way down towards your hips. Bring them gently down by your side. And then rolling over, coming off that cushion, bringing yourself up. Bring yourself up to sitting. Thank you, cushion. That was a lovely cushion. Oh, I've got frogs going on in my throat now. So coming up to sitting. Finding a comfortable position. And we're going to do some breath work. So we're going to balance. So we're coming into Nadi Shodhana. Fold in the first two fingers of your dominant hand. I've got my right hand here. And we're going to block first the left side. We're going to breathe in and out, only through the nose. Gently keep your mouth closed throughout this sequence of breath. So inhaling. And switch to exhale. Inhale. Switch to exhale. Inhale. Switch, 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 exhale, keeping the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, space in the front of your body. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. And then we're just going to gently take that hand back down, pop it in your lap or on your knee, and close your eyes, breathing in and out through your nostrils. Or breathing in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Just noticing the quality of that breath, that air as it comes in and out. And then gently bringing your chin to your chest. Contracting it in as tightly as you can. So we're using the muscles to squeeze. And then releasing, but keeping your head low, keeping your head forward, relaxing your shoulders, just allowing the weight of your head to stretch in the back of your neck. And then gently taking your chin all the way up to the ceiling, past neutral, up to the ceiling. And allowing the back of your head to rest now, the top of your back. Sending your chin up towards the ceiling. Jolly good stretch there, right in the front of your throat. See how far down you can take that sensation of stretch and movement. Ease off when you need to. Such a strong stretch. So let go and then come back rather than trying to hold for too long. And release. Coming back. And then we're going to do a side turn, so taking your chin over to the right shoulder. Think about keeping your shoulders in line, exactly where they were. Just your head moving, crown of the head still lifting up. Your whole spine long and lifted. Nice big turn and look around. See if you can look behind you. Sometimes when you come into this position and you're here and you think, that's it, I can't go any further. And then you look around behind you and you think, oh, hang on, I got a little bit more movement there. So all these little tricks. Plus, it's great for your eye muscles. So we need to give them a bit of a workout too. Open your eyes wide. Look around and release. Relax your eyes. Bring your head back to center. Nice and slowly back to center and then over to the other side. And again, get to where you're going. Think about your spine. Think about the crown of your head. And then look behind you. See if that gives you a little bit more turn. Still breathing. Nice, slow, deep, steady, relaxed breath. Widen your eyes. Maybe a little smile or a big one. And then release. Eyes first. And then your head back to center. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well done. So change the cross of your legs. So we're going to go into the opposite cross. And we're just going to do a little bit more breath work, because I think that would be a good thing to do today. Take your arms out wide, stretch your fingertips. So think about stretching across the whole of the palm of your hand and sending your fingertips back as far as they will go. So you've got that huge stretch across your palms, and then arms out to the sides and fingertips moving as far away from you as you can. So all of that, and that lifted spine and crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Well done. Nice big stretch. Think about stretching through your elbows, the fronts of your elbows. Think about squeezing those muscles up under your arms. And then we're going to inhale the arms up. Everything rising up. And then exhale, taking your arms down to the floor. Be noisy with this breath if you need to. Inhaling your arms up, nice and slow. And just bringing a little bit of a touch before taking your arms all the way back down, lengthening, stretching through from the underarms all the way to the fingertips on that out breath. And marrying it to the movement, so you move at your pace. Some days we need to take our breaths a little quicker, and it takes a while to slow everything down. Moving at your own pace, but stretching those arms out. We want your arms to feel tired after this. Nice movement all the way from your shoulders, still keeping your sternum lifted. Think about the length in the front of your body. And then when you come down to the floor again, just relax, release your arms, bring them around so that you are clasping opposite elbow. So your right hand is cupped around your left elbow, left hand cupped around your right elbow. And then push your forearms out, taking your shoulder blades away from each other. So that brings us into a little bit of a rounding of the body, sending your mid back out behind you, stretching your arms forward. Allow your back to round as much as it possibly can. Pull your pelvis around so that you are lifting your pelvis up towards your face, bringing your chin to your chest, rounding through your spine, taking your shoulder blades away from each other, pushing your forearms forward. Quite a strong movement here. Hold on tight to those elbows. Send your elbows forward, round your mid-back backwards. Pulling your belly in towards your spine. And then we're slowly going to come out of this. So straightening your back, lifting your shoulders, and then taking your arms out wide. So let's lean forward, send your hands forward as far as you can. And then as you begin to sit back up, opening your arms out. And this time take a big breath in and allow your shoulder blades to squeeze together as you open your chest. When you need to breathe out, bringing your arms back, not quite to the extent where we were before, a little bit of a rounding of the back. And then as you breathe in, sending your chest forward. So a little bit of a wave-like motion going on with the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Curling round, opening up. Curling round, opening up. Think about filling your body with light and warmth and clean, fresh air, and then sending everything out, emptying completely as you roll backwards. Go at your own pace. Last one, arms might be getting a little bit tired here. Last one. And then coming up to sitting. Well done. Just take the shoulders in a little bit of a round. Have a wiggle with the shoulders. Move in the way that your body feels like it might need to right now. If you're rounding the shoulders or circling the shoulders even, go in the opposite direction and then have a little bit of a wiggle. And let's come into our tabletop position. So we've been moving with the chest, with the upper body, the sternum, the mid back and upper back. And now we're going to move that down into the whole of the spine. So our lovely cat-cow combination is always brilliant for chest. It's brilliant for releasing and letting go of things and letting things wash over you. So here we are in a nice neutral spine. Think about where your wrists are. Just check that they're under your shoulders. Check that your knees are under your hips. Make sure you've got a double fold in your mat if you need to protect your knees. Not too much higher off the ground than your hands and wrists, but a little bit of extra padding if you need it. And let's start moving into this lovely cat and cow combination by taking the belly down towards the mat. Lift your head, look forward. Let's start with eyes open if you want to, and we'll move to eyes closed. So feel that you're in the furthest most version of this. It might start to feel a little bit funny, you might feel pinchy bits, and then release. If you haven't done cat-cow for a while, it can be incredibly intense. So just honor what you're feeling, honor what's going on in your body. Taking your mid back up towards the ceiling, curling your chin round, bringing your hips forward. So we're nicely warmed up for this. And then changing. So you're all experienced yogis. Use your breath and go at your pace. You know what you need today. And you know whether it needs to be a quick movement or whether you need to slow everything right down and really be in your body, feeling each little bit. So I invite you to do 5 rounds here. And that's 5 rounds going forward, not including the ones that we've done. They will warm up. And as you breathe in and out, visualize your breath coming out in a stream, like a fire breath. And as you breathe in, filling up in a powerful way, in a meaningful way, in a strong way. Fully inhabit this posture, be in your body. And I don't know how fast or how slowly you need to go today. You need to know that, and you will know that. So make this one your last one, even if it's not 5, if it's more than 5. And then we're going to push back into balasana. So big toes together. Keep your knees away from each other if you like. Bring them together if you like. Take them further apart if you like. And then we're going to slide the hands forward. So slow slide, pushing forward, bringing your forearms down to the mat and your forehead down to the mat. Taking your hips towards your heels or on your heels. Pressing your arms down into the mat. So you're opening up under the arms. The perfect pairing here of opening up under the arms while closing and shutting and squeezing and constricting everything in the groin, in the hip crease, on left and right. So we're working with the lymph here. Remembering to breathe nice and deep and slow. And then looking forward and bringing yourself up. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So pushing back We've got our toes tucked under. We're pushing right back into the toes, giving them a little bit of a stretch. And then lifting up, coming into down dog. Keep your knees bent to start with. Bringing the soles of your feet now down to the mat. Bent knees and push away from your hands. So we're going to push the floor away with the palm of each hand, trying to make sure that you feel level and that the amount of pressure in your right hand is the same as the amount of pressure in the palm of your other hand. Lengthening through your arms, sending your sit bones up towards the ceiling. So still a little bit of a bend in the knee. And then if you feel like it's starting to straighten the legs, keeping the back, neck, head long and relaxed. Widen your shoulders. Nice and long through the backs of your legs. Noticing any frustrations, and I'm speaking for myself here. I didn't do 2 of my classes last week, so I noticed a difference this week. And letting them go. Pulling your belly button up and in very softly, just a gentle movement. And then looking forward to your hands, pivoting into plank. So plank is an amazing asana and one that if you need to adapt, you must adapt. Maybe that's coming down into forearms, maybe it's taking knees to the mat. But otherwise, holding here, let's hold for 5. And we'll count back 5, 4, 3, squeeze your glutes, 2, and 1. Taking your knees down to the mat, releasing your feet out behind you. And then we're going to bend the arms, bringing your chest and chin down to the mat. So Ashtanga Namaskar, chest and chin come down, and then swooping forward, or taking your legs back if you've run out of mat like I have. Bring your tummy down to the mat, releasing your toes, hands either side of your chest, and elbows pointing back, looking forward. So we're going to start coming into a cobra here. We want to open up the front of the body, but at the same time, we're strengthening the back, all those muscles in the posterior chain of your body. So push the tops of your feet into the mat. Feel that engagement through your legs, through your calves, the backs of your knees. Squeeze into the muscles in your thighs. Squeeze into the muscles in your bum, so biggest muscles there. Squeeze your glutes and start to peel away, lifting your chin, lifting your head, looking forward, soft, unfocused gaze. Not much weight into the arms. Squeezing everything in your back now, squeezing the muscles there, engaging, contracting, strong muscles. Still keeping the muscles in your legs fully engaged. Squeeze, lift, baby cobra, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Lift, 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 and slowly lower. Bringing your arms forward now into Makara. Ah, lovely crocodile. Forehead to rest on your forearms. Allow your ankles to pop out to the sides if you want to, if that's comfortable. Releasing any tension in your hips, in your legs, in your back, and your shoulders. Closing your eyes. Soft and slow, easy breath in and out. So we're going to come into another Bhujangasana in a moment. We'll be using the arms, but for now, taking your left leg out to the side. We're going to bend the knee. So open up to the side a little, bend your knee, bring your knee up. And then it's just a bit of a hip opener here, bringing your hips back down and coming back into Makara if that's okay for you. So we've just got a nice opening up in the hip, only on one side. So frog leg out to the side. Think about trying to bring your left hip down to the mat. At the same time, it's trying to relax the muscles in your leg and let go of any tension in your arms. Make sure you're not holding your breath, breathing slowly and easily and deeply. And then let's take left leg back, join the right, and then right leg comes out to the side. So we're just taking the knee, sliding it up as high as you can, and then bringing your hips, both of them down to the ground, and bringing your forehead down to the mat. So a lovely gentle hip stretch. Single frog leg out to the sides. Relax your left glute here when your right leg is out to the side. Let go of any tension in your hip, in your thighs, and in your feet. And then gently bringing that right leg back, nice and slow. Bring your legs back towards each other. And then we're going to come into Bhujangasana. So pressing the tops of your feet into the floor, squeezing into your calves, into your knees, into your thighs, starting to move the muscles in your back, to contract them all, making sure that your arms are either side of your chest, elbows pointing backwards, hands are flat to the floor, and unpeeling, uncurling, moving away from the floor with the top half of your body, bringing your shoulder blades together, squeezing the muscles in your back. And when you start to get a bit wobbly and shaky, pushing the floor away with your hands and taking that movement completely into your arms, your shoulders, sending your sternum forward. So that lovely opening up we did right at the beginning, coming in very useful now. Squeezing your hips down towards the floor, straightening your arms, sending your sternum forward. Your gaze is soft gaze forward. We're coming from here into our lovely counter pose. We're going to be coming into Balasana. So easing off, coming back down to the ground, and then sending your hips up, bringing your knees under and folding over. This time knees together if you can, feet together. And think about lengthening through your body before rolling the body down over your thighs, trying to keep that connection hopefully with your hips and your heels, and bringing your arms either side of you so that your palms are facing upwards next to your feet. Relaxing the back of your neck, allowing each vertebrae to have its space. Think about all the increased blood flow and energetic movement around each little tiny part of your spine. Everything trying to work in harmony, supporting each neighbor, And then we're slowly going to uncurl. So curl to uncurl. Bring your head down, bring your chin to your chest, keeping very low, keeping the back completely rounded, uncurling. Stay low, keeping your forehead down towards your thighs, chin to chest, and then come all the way up to sitting. So we're in this lovely kneeling position. We won't stay kneeling for very long. If that's uncomfortable for you, don't worry. If it is, you can make an adaptation. So we want to come into a little bit of a twist here. So slide your hips over to the left. So knees are out to the right side. Take yourself off your feet, so hips to the floor, and bring your right leg up. So your left knee is bent, your left heel is by your right hip, and your right leg is bent. If it works for you, and you can, bringing your right foot over your left knee. If it isn't working today, bringing your right foot on the shin side, on the shin side rather than the thigh side. Just make sure that both your sit bones are on the floor. Sometimes that heel gets a little bit involved and you start leaning over. We want to have that nice straight spine, even though we're doing funky things with the legs. So up nice and tall, crown of the head lifted up towards the ceiling. We're going to use the right arm to grab hold of the right knee. I'm going to give that a little bit of a turn to the left, opening out to the side before taking your arm down to the ground, hand down to the ground. So just a little twist, bringing your gaze around behind you, bringing your chin to your left shoulder, opening your shoulder up. So we're lifting and twisting at the same time. When we've got lots of congestion or heaviness in the chest, in the upper body, opening up is lovely. Folding forward is very comforting. But twisting helps really move that energy around. Helps move everything around. Blood flow, detoxification processes and pathways. Don't hold your breath. Nice, deep, slow, steady in and out. Think about ridding yourself of whatever it is that you don't need. Think about creating a bubble around you. So things can just slide away. Not land unless you want them to land. And release. That was a long hold there. Well done. Nice and slow release. Come out. Unfurling, uncurling. Up nice and tall. Hips might be starting to feel a little bit complainy here. So let's change our position. Exactly the same thing on the other side. And again, watch out for both sit bones being firmly on the floor so that your spine can be straight and tall, and set your feet up and your legs up. How works for you for today? We're always asking the body in yoga. We're not demanding, we're not forcing, we're not making things happen. Well, we are making things happen, but in a gentle, asking kind of way. So up tall, crown of the head up towards the ceiling, using your left arm now and your left leg, however works for you. Either you're holding onto the knee and opening out to the side and behind before popping your hand down and using both your arms to help you twist and turn. Crown of your head lifted, chin coming over now to your right shoulder, and open your eyes wide, wide gaze, wide-eyed, looking behind you. Breathing in and out deeply and slowly and steadily and fully. With each breath, noticing if you have a little bit more movement. Breathing in and out at your own pace. Trying to make sure both sit bones are on the floor. And release. Releasing your head and neck. Releasing your shoulders and arms. And then releasing your legs. Coming into a lovely Baddha Konasana. Taking the soles of your feet together. And your knees out to the sides. Using your hands on your legs to gently pull upwards and inwards. Seeing if you have a little bit more movement there. Using your hands again to push your knees out to the sides. Really opening up in the hips. Long in the back, long in the front of the body. And let's see how much we can get the hips to ease and relax in this position. Close your eyes. Take your chin to your chest. Soft in the chest now. Gently. Sweet, easy, calm breath. Noticing any unevenness, any tightness in one side or the other, any discomfort in one side or the other. Just noticing. Trying to notice without bringing in any emotion. And if there must be, then making it kind and understanding. And then just gently bringing your gaze back up. We're going to do a little bit more movement with the legs. So I'm going to take the right leg out to the side. And that might give you space to bring your left foot in and closer. Walk your heel away from you. So that would be just tiny movements, just edging the heel away, trying to get the whole of the back of your leg flat to the floor if you can, or as much as is possible, and yet staying central. So we're concentrating on this leg. We're trying to bring the left knee out and down. So we've got this nice opening across the groin. Toes are lifted, so your right toes are up towards the ceiling. And there'll be that little tendency there to want to lean forward because it'll feel more balanced. Try to bring yourself up so you can feel your sit bones and you're tall. Finding that space where you're not leaning forward and not leaning backwards. And we're going to do a little bit of a lovely side stretch here. So right hand down the right leg, gentle slide, glide all the way to where works for you. And then we're going to lift the left arm. Hopefully that feels like a lovely stretch all the way from your left hip up to your underarm, maybe even up into your fingertips. We're squeezing into the right side. Squeeze a little more. And breathe. Hold in the position where you feel a little stretch, a little strain. Still breathing. Lovely, that's beautiful, well done. Nice open chest. And then we're going to lift to come out. Slow all the way out. And then let's change. So bringing the right foot in now, left leg comes out. And take a moment to set yourself up. That might be that you want to just rock forwards and backwards a little, feeling the tension, and you stretch in your outstretched left leg now, inching that heel away so that you can get your foot, and not your foot, but your leg as flat to the mat as possible. Lifting your toes up towards the ceiling, stretching in the back of that ankle, and then noticing if you are straight. So straight up, crown of the head up towards the ceiling, hips level and even, sit bones to the floor, and then this right knee out to the side, nice and relaxed. And we're going to slide and glide. So we're going left hand, left leg, all the way down, staying sideways here, and then coming up with the right arm, lifting up when you're ready, stretching up. And as soon as you get to that point where you start feeling the stretch in the top of your right hip, relax your left leg. Let it be heavy and soft. Relax your right leg, relax your toes, relax your jaw. And then take your attention to your left side, squeezing into the left side, lifting your fingertips up towards the ceiling, seeing if there's a little more movement there. And then breathing in, focusing on your breath. In through your nostrils, out through your mouth. And again. And relax your pelvis. Make the whole of your pelvis heavy and soft, at ease. Lifting your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to lift, so the right hand goes up towards the ceiling. Nice big arc with the hand. Well done. And come back, bringing your legs back together in Baddha Konasana. Let's see if we have a little more stretch and a little more movement here. So taking your hands now to the floor, just tucked behind your knees, hands flat to the floor, or fingertips to the floor, pushing your arms to their longest, and then we're going to fold forward. So the out breath, folding forward, in breath, coming back up. Don't worry if that's not a huge movement. We're looking for that rhythm of in and out. And we're not using our hands to pull, they're just down there by the side. We're using the core and we're using the thighs. Last one, coming back. And then we're going to take the legs together because we're coming into Paschimottanasana. So give yourself space, change direction if you need to. So legs out in front of you, lovely long legs, toes up towards the ceiling, sit bones settled and strong, balanced left and right, crown of your head up towards the ceiling. And the last little bit of breath work with movement is going to be with Paschimottanasana. So let's breathe, arms up, overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Taking your hands all the way down to the floor or to your legs, and then inhaling. When you need to inhale, bringing yourself all the way up again and beyond the midline. So when you breathe in, and on that last bit of in-breath, taking your sternum up, rounding through the back a little. So we're exaggerating. and adding on. Adding a little bit of a back bend. Looking up to the ceiling with the back bend. And then folding forward on the out breath. I don't think I explained that particularly beautifully, but hopefully you get the point. Well, not the point, but the movement. The point is more movement in the chest, more opening up. And then relaxing and curling and folding and squeezing every last little bit of breath out. Before using your core and the strength in your back to bring yourself all the way up again. And folding forward. If that feels so strong and a little bit too much today, with the same movement, just with your torso. But bring in the back bend, the little arc or the little arch, looking up towards the ceiling. And then when you fold, bringing your chin in towards your chest. Last one, whether you're working with arms or without your arms. Folding forward. And then coming back up to sitting, bring your knees in. So knees are in, heels are off the mat. A little bit of a balance. Bringing your thighs into your chest, squeezing them in, dropping your forehead down to your knees. So you're balanced here in a small little ball, chin to chest. And then coming back up with the head, we're going to come down to lying on the mat. So however you wish to do this, if you want to roll down, roll down. If you want to come to your side and then lie down, do that. Do what works for you. Bring yourself down to the mat, squeezing your knees into your chest again. So hold on nice and tight. Big squeeze, feel that release in your lower back, in your mid back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw and your face. Taking your arms out to the side, we're going to come into a last little twist. Take your knees over to the left or the right. Shoulders stay on the ground. Shoulders are wide, relaxed. Gaze is in the opposite direction. Lovely movement all the way from the back of your head to your sacrum. Head to pelvis. And then uncurling, first head and the knees. Skimming across your chest, coming over to the other side. And exactly the same thing on the other side. Lovely twist. Remember to breathe softly and easily here. And returning back to center. So head first, then your knees. Now one nice big hug here. Squeeze them in, rock from side to side. Taking your feet flat to the floor. We need a little bit of a counter pose. I'm going to put the feet flat to the floor, lift the hips. Bit of a bridge. Squeeze your glutes. Send your hips. Send your belly up towards the sky. Push the floor away. Bring that movement firmly up to the top so that your chin is pushing into your chest. The nape of your neck is extended. A little bit more squeezing into the chest, into that throat chakra. And then release. Bring yourself into Shavasana. So your final resting pose for your practice today, for this practice together, give yourself space. Close your eyes. Notice how your body feels, where you're feeling your body, how you're feeling your body. Make sure you have room in your chest. Lift your left shoulder up and place it down. Lift your right shoulder up and place it down. Lift your head, pop it back down again. Rock through your hips. Give yourself space. Lengthen your legs. Stretch out your fingertips. Close your eyes. And breathe. Inhale. If you're feeling any discomfort in your lower back, bend your knees. If lying on your back isn't for you today, curl to your side. Find a position that is comfortable for you. Find a position where you know you can be completely at ease. And breathe. Notice how that air feels as it comes in through your nostrils, as it moves into your chest, into your belly, throughout your whole body. And as you breathe out, release, let go. As you breathe in, expanding, filling up with light and warmth and energy and possibility and everything positive. Strength, happiness, joy, gratitude. As you breathe out, letting go of other people's stuff, letting go of things that were yours that you no longer need, letting go of things that are yours that no longer give you anything that you need. With each inhalation, becoming a little lighter, a little more relaxed. With every exhalation, softening, easing, feeling complete. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax all the muscles up the sides of your face, across your forehead, around your eyes, across your nose. Relax your mouth, your tongue, your teeth. Relax your ears, relax the whole of your scalp. Relax the whole of the back of your body as it rests, fully, completely, entirely supported by the earth. Go down through the layers to sand, to rock, to the center of the earth. Feel that energy coming up towards you, giving you strength, grounding you, giving you purpose, keeping you strong. And as you breathe in, feeling the air around you, feeling the energy coming from the universe, from the sun, the stars, the moons, the planets. Everything consistently just doing what it does. Breathing in strength and purpose. Breathing out, letting go. On this in-breath now, start to imagine that you're wrapping yourself up in a bubble in something soft, in something bright, in something quiet, whatever it is that comes to mind, wrapping yourself up gently, lovingly, carefully, creating a shield against other people's bugs, other people's thoughts, other people's stuff, and knowing that they carry their stuff, you carry your stuff. Noticing where you end and they begin, keeping that boundary there, full of love, full of warmth, full of joy, but a boundary nonetheless. Keeping you safe, keeping you whole, knowing that this too will pass. Taking your mind back to the center of the earth and the sky above. Taking a breath in, keeping your eyes closed, gently bringing yourself to lie on your right side. Noticing the ground below you, the surface that you're lying on. Noticing the sounds around, remembering the space around you, the space you have created. And keeping your eyes closed, gently bringing yourself up to sitting, taking in slow, deep, steady breaths. Breathing out slow, deep, steady breath. Inhaling through your nostrils, exhaling through your mouth, bringing your hands to heart center, dropping your forehead, lengthening through the back of your neck, bringing your chin into your chest one last time, a tight squeeze in, squeezing the muscles in the front of your throat, bringing your chin into the top of your chest, and then releasing any tension, letting your head just hang, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, opening your eyes, taking a deep breath in and slowly raising your head back to center, raising your gaze back to center. And welcome back and namaste.